Hello everyone, doing a clay model this time of a mimic box. Kind of enjoy the mimic boxes in a lot of RPG games, so I thought I'd make my own. And getting started off with cutting off some square pieces, getting ready to make the entire box. Just gotta smash them down and make sure they're correct size that I want, so that the mimic box can be built. Makes a good what thing to do is that the measuring board that I use, so that I can cut out different spots and pieces that I need. I always find it interesting way to get things ready to go. For a lot of this, I just get everything smashed out, and then I kind of cut around in the flat spots that I needed, about 2 inches, and then kind of connecting together all the flat pieces I cut out. Just smashing everything together. And making a chest was kind of a pain, especially since I didn't use any wire to hold anything up. And without using the wire to hold anything up, it was a bit of its own annoyance. But I got used to it over time, after attaching everything I needed. This whole thing process took about 30 minutes to put together, and then about another hour to paint, just because of the drying process between each part of the painting. But it wasn't too bad. And then the bottom part was kind of the worst of it, because I had to remember, oh yeah, probably should stick on the bottom, so I had to kind of like squeeze and push and squeeze and push and squeeze and push until I got everything to finally stick together again in one place. And luckily this time I actually baked it at the right amount of time, which was only 15 minutes at 275 instead of the 20 minutes they did, which was a bad plan. And I also made a nice lid, just kind of did a curved bit for the top, and gave it some hinges to make it look like it would close down. I put them on the outside just to give it more of a mouthy feel to it. Kind of like cheeks. Cheeks for the mimic. Next part is making the wonderful teeth. Started out trying to do like the shark teeth thing, then I ended up deciding just to kind of do sharp points coming out of it. After I realized that the shark teeth thing wasn't going to work out. I just cut it into little bits. Little bits. And at first I tried to cut out little divots, and then decided, it doesn't look that great. And it would have been more of a pain to attach. And that's where I just started rolling them up and throwing them on there. It's probably one of my more favorite ones, because good Dungeon and Dragon it. I also kind of gave it a big old thick tongue coming out of the mouth, ready to lick up any person that they want to inside of itself. I've always wondered, like, if it in the mimics, if it's like a bottomless pit or not. It seems that it probably is. Next, just getting the line down the tongue. Taking a little bit of a straight cutter tool for the clay and pulling it down. And then I added on some little bead type things to make it look like there's gold inside the chest. Because my thoughts would be like the tongue was all wrapped up and made it look like there was a small pile of gold inside the chest, and then it stuck it out and smack. Pulls the person in. Kind of like suckers. That's what it looks like right before the oven, and that's what it looks like after. All I have is the beige clay, so it all kind of looks skin-like. But I just added in a little bit of a white to the teeth. Get more of a white look. More like teeth. After giving it kind of a cartoony look, just make sure all the teeth had a nice glaze to them. I want to make sure that they all looked good. The rest of it didn't take too long. Pretty easily done. Giving it a good texture. Making sure to smooth it out. And then from there, I need to get another color ready. One with a yellow for a lot of it, because I had to have that gold look. Made sure they put a bunch of yellow on the coins, make it look like there's golden coins in the tongue, and kind of a golden front piece for where the lock is. Also added in one of its suckers, kind of a reddish color instead of yellow, to give it like a giant rubies hanging out on it. That would be kind of an interesting look to have. Rubies and gold. Kind of slaps it on there a little bit. And if you're liking any of these clay tutorials, please leave a comment below so I know. I'm going to do this one and then try to decide if I should do some more. Also check out some of my gaming vids if you haven't watched them before. I'm playing Made in the Abyss lately. Here comes the red for the ruby. Giving that a nice extra off tone. Then I have to give a large amount of time just to sit there and dry for me. And that's the main process of this whole thing, is waiting for everything to dry off so you can actually get something done. Takes a decent amount of time, but if you start doing it wet on wet, it just starts mixing together. And adding also in a nice metal finish to all the bars around them. After I get all the metal on, and the yellow's cured a bit, looks a lot better. And then from there, just need to add in the box brown. Make sure it looks more like a mimic. Makes it look like there's treasure inside. Ready for someone to try to steal it. That's like one of the things that annoys me inside some games, is running into a ton of mimics while you're trying to find treasures. But it also makes it a little bit more fun and interesting. And here he is. The mimic. The mimic that is ready to eat its prey after they try to grab all of its treasure tongue. Thanks for watching. Have a good one out there. Please like and subscribe.